Are we here? Are you here? Am I here? Are we actually here? Is Elden Ring here? Let's get some game audio. There we go. Perfect timing. Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, Lumi here, and welcome back to more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, where last time we explored the church district of Shadowkeep. We also went and met Count Ymir and Julan, and we are now venturing with Tialia down into the fissure in the Cerulean coast in order to go and meet Saint Trina, who is kindly Miquella's other half that was discarded. And hopefully tonight we will be able to defeat the boss that we're currently up to, the Putrescent Knight, meet Saint Trina, finish Tialia's questline, and start making our way up to the Jagged Peaks, where we are to confront Baal the Dread, which will be very exciting. Hope you're all doing alright. It's lovely to see you all around. Welcome into stream, of course, my amazing, beautiful, precious wife, Moon. And hello, Azura. It's lovely to see you around as well. I hope you're all doing okay. And I also hope that any lurkers, VOD watchers, hope you're all having a good one as well. Now, I'm good, but let's put an asterisk next to that good, because you might be aware that another major heat wave has hit Australia. So right now, or like throughout today, it has been over 40 degrees Celsius. That's like over 100 in Fahrenheit, basically, for like the whole day, and it's not gonna cool down until much later into the night. So here I am, like at my PC, and my PC's generating heat because, you know, I'm like running Elden Ring and, you know, demanding game and all of that. I'm just like doing my best to stay cool. So if I am particularly slow today, like especially more so than usual, if my ability to process information or read chat or anything seems like even worse than it usually is, that's probably the reason why. It's just the heat is so bad. But I didn't want to give up the chance to play Elden Ring. I want to keep on with the Elden Ring DLC progress. I really want to go and meet Saint Trina and continue with the DLC. Thank you for the head pats, Ominous, and it's lovely to see you around as well. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Alright, so let's boot up our save file, and there was a single crafting book that we actually missed last time, so we're gonna go and grab that. I'm pretty sure I missed one. It was a Greater Potentate's cookbook, and then after that we will continue and go and face the Putrescent Knight. Again, how many times it takes in order to win. Or Putrescent. Yeah, let me double check. Maybe I did grab the cookbook. I don't see a cookbook around here, so we didn't get it, no. I just had to make absolute certain. Also, last time I read this item description, the Velvet Sword of Saint Trina, and I'm going to direct your attention to the bottom paragraph there, not the skill, but the bottom part of that paragraph there that says, "When Saint Trina was abandoned, the faint light purple mists coalesced into an intoxicating deep purple cloud." I thought about that for a moment, and when you use the bewitching branches, or like, you know, the stuff from Miquella that like charms others, it actually does give off that light purple mist. So I'm wondering if Saint Trina never originally had the power of intoxicating deep sleep or eternal sleep or whatnot, or if that was just as a result of her separation from Miquella. But that was just something I wanted to like point out. That was like a small detail that I stopped and I thought about it off stream, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Huh. Although potentially it could also be the case of maybe Miquella's original ability was to charm and sleep, and when Miquella split off Saint Trina from himself, those two abilities obviously went their own separate ways. Obviously, I don't have anything concrete that confirms that theory, but that is something that I have been thinking about, just lore-wise, in the meantime. Also, it's a pretty cool sword, but we can't use it. 14 intelligence. But that is a-okay. Yeah, when St. Trina was abandoned, the faint light purple mists coalesced into an intoxicating deep purple cloud. Alright, so let's go and get that cookbook that we missed first before we continue our attempts against the Putrescent Knight. Which it should be around this part of the Cathedral of Manus Metir. And hey sharks! Have a lovely lurk. Lovely to see you around. Yeah, hopefully by the time we actually defeat the Putrescent Knight, enough time will have passed that the heat will have cooled down a little bit. But I got all of the coolers and fans on as possible, and I'm still dying from this heat. But despite being Australian, I was built with no heat resistance whatsoever. Alright, so it should be around here-ish. It's just a single-ass cookbook, but it's one of the Greater Potentate's cookbooks, so it does provide us with another throwing pot as an option, and we do like throwing pots here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but I did actually look up Redmane Freya's dialogue off-stream, and if you summon her for the Divine Beast Dancing Lion, she does actually have a lot more additional dialogue. She basically explains to you that her devotion to Miquella is because she was dying to scarlet rot in the Swamp of Aeonia, back in the Lands Between, and Miquella came and saved her. So that is why Freya is, like, loyal to Miquella. And of course then she's also here in the Realm of Shadow to uncover what vow Miquella and Radahn made with one another. So just interesting bits of dialogue, but yeah, I missed because I didn't summon Freya. I do actually like that there is a big story incentive in this DLC to use summons, and off the top of my head, I think there are 3 different boss fights that we will be using summons for. Obviously, Egon is going to be one of those. And I think Hornsent is the other. And the third is... The third is a bit complicated. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, no, okay, seriously, where's this cooking book? Or cookbook? I'll just keep clearing out the marionette soldiers. Oh, there it is. I see the corpse there. I did check, and... yes, we don't need to summon Teolia for the Putrescent Knight. But there's no dialogue difference whether you summon him or not for it. But there we go, Greater Potentate's Cookbook 4. And we'll grab these broken ruins here, and you know what, let's just clean up the rest of these marionettes before we go on our way. I forgot that I had Sacred Blade equipped because I'm fairly certain that the Putrescent Knight is weak to Holly. You know, being an undead figure and all. Alright, that's all of them gone. So let's take a look at the item description. Or actually, let me remove this marker. How do I do that again? Oh, there we go. The wrong button, wrong button. Alright, Let's take a look at this. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 4. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following: Hefty Magic Pot. That's pretty nice. And we have a lot of glint slab fireflies, which I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that we use those in creating the hefty magic pots. And I mean, in fact, I could take a look right now. Yep, glint slab fireflies. That's a good thing we've been picking up a lot of those, because we can use those. I'll just read the description again in my head, and then we'll go and take on the Putrescent Knight again. Alright. I know we've read this description countless times, but I just wanted to make sure that, like, my ability to process information is going okay considering the weather, so I just wanted to reread it, and I think I'm okay with processing information right now. It's just, when it's so hot, my cognitive abilities are very much impaired, and, I mean, impaired more than usual, which is not fun at all. But yeah, no, like, rereading that, yep, my brain can understand the words, which is good, considering the heat. And welcome, Melissa, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We're just about to try and get the run back on a boss that we were stuck on last time. Okay. So let's head back to the Fissure here. The Fissure depths, specifically. And that cookbook was the only item that we missed last time. I mean, technically we did miss out on a weapon from Fire Knight Quillen, but that's because that was a mutually exclusive choice, and we chose to get the Spirit Ashes instead of the weapon. Mainly because I thought the Spirit Ashes would have a better item description. Or, a better way of putting it is a more insightful item description. Okay, let's do this. Here goes nothing. There we go. Let's get this started. Ow. Well, this is certainly a warm-up. Thank you for the patties, Mel. One and two. Oh no, I might get squished. No, I'm fine. I won't get squished, but I'll get sliced. Alright, that was the warm-up. Question I have is if this guard St. Trina, or if this killed her in her injured state, since I don't think it could be good if this is in the way. Yeah, that is true. Because I'm assuming, based on their name, the putrescent night seems to originate from the, like, putrescent liquid that is in, like, all of these stone coffins around this area, and also, like, around the rest of the Realm of Shadow. So basically, you know, reanimated corpses, either having attacked Trina or perhaps guarding her. The only way to truly figure out their lore is to win. So we could read those item descriptions. Alright, we also have the multi-layered Ring of Light, which is actually really good. I like it quite a lot. Oh, well, I completely whiffed there, but if it hits, it's pretty strong. It's like a lingering attack, so if the boss stays still for a bit, if I find an opening where they sit still, which there are a couple, it can do a decent amount of damage. I thought they were gonna throw their weapon. They only throw their weapon at, like, a certain distance. Watch for the horsey. Watch for the horsey. Okay, now I can do a full charge of this. If only I could lock onto the horse, because it'd be easier that way. Oh, there we go. That was a fair amount of hits. Okay, here's phase 2. Oh, and I died. I think I just have to jump over the flames, maybe? I don't know. Or it's just a matter of just get out of the way. Definitely need to create distance, that's for certain. Because going up close did not work when I tried that. Well, I did say I would use my rune arcs in this DLC, so... Bam! We do have damage negation stuff equipped, so we're all good in that regard as well. And we're still doing good damage as well, so it's just a matter of, well, perfecting the fight, just getting better at it. It's DLC, it's meant to be hard. It's just the hardest FromSoft DLC I've played. Please do your slams. Oh, well, there they are. Oh, what do you mean that missed? I just want them to do the slam attacks, since those have the biggest window. Well, I guess I could try to go for some pokes if it looks like they finished their combo. I don't... Ugh. Oh, that. Okay. Oh, that was rough. I'm fully expecting to spend the first hour of this stream just trying to beat the Putrescent Knight, but I know we can do it within this stream. And then, like, after that, this area's done. All that's left to do is just some questline stuff that will take, like... Well, it won't take 2 seconds, but... it doesn't require much at all. But I just gotta get good. And Elden Ring is definitely humbling me, like, holy shit. Yeah, when I get hit a bunch like that at the start of a boss attempt, I can't help but feel like hot garbage. Oh, that's not the boomerang attack? Okay. 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep at this until I win. There's no other way around it. I just gotta practice, practice, practice. Besides, I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm just here to get through the game, you know, get through the DLC and everything, and see all of the story content. And I'm sure I will be rewarded with lore aplenty for beating this boss. It's just like, I make one mistake and then it kind of snowballs from there. I didn't even get a single hit on that attempt. So far from what I've done, it does feel like a very fair boss. It's just, because it's DLC, it's incredibly punishing. Like, the moveset looks really simple, and that's because it is really simple. That's the "you're standing too close to me" check. Like, I want to stand close to you so I can get more damage in. Oh yeah, if I just capitalized off my punishes. Like, that was real good there. Now I just need to learn how to dodge this. I don't get it. Do I need to run further away, or... the jumping doesn't work? We'll see how I feel about the fight after I beat it, and like after I beat the DLC as a whole, but like preemptive rating before anything, Rulana was better than this. Rulana was like, what if we took Melania and took out the waterfowl dance? So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's really good then. I mean, I like Waterfowl Dance with Melania, but also, if I have to look up how to dodge a Soul's boss attack, I feel like it gets a bit excessive then. Like, I shouldn't have to look up how to dodge an attack. It should be apparent how it's meant to be dodged. I think if I just keep up with the Sacred Blades, we should be good. Like, I could get one here. Honestly, that's probably one of the most important skills in Elden Ring, is making sure that you actually get a punish for most attacks. 'Cause things hit hard, but you also hit harder. in this game, it feels. Like, have you seen how much damage a single Sacred Blade does? Oh, this is gonna snowball into my death, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that was rough. Hey, Kaz. Lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We are currently incrementing the death counter rapidly thanks to Putrescent Knight. I feel like if you're a Souls player who likes to only play solo, I feel like Elden Ring, specifically the Elden Ring DLC, is meant to make you reconsider. Because obviously, like, playing with summons and spirit ashes is a completely valid playstyle. In fact, this DLC really encourages it. Like, the summon sign of Tialia is literally right there. In fact, it seems like every major boss fight in this DLC has at least one NPC summon you can use. Because, like, you have Freya for the Divine Beast Dancing Lion, you have Letta for Rilana, you got Tialia for this. But what if you mess up his questline? No, he comes here regardless. Oh, I'm just dead here. I think this snowballs into my death. Oh, no it doesn't. If I get greedy, it snowballs into my death. Okay, I'm just gonna run as far away as I can. I still don't get it. These attacks make more sense, though. It feels like jumping? I mean, all that matters is that I survived the attack. That's the main thing that matters. Oh shit, I might be... Oh, right, you have to go in when they do that. It's like fucking Mario Party. But I don't need to know how to dodge it. It's one hit. Just don't get cocky. Yeah, we got it. Legend Feld, Remembrance of Putrescence. Oh, you might need a shield, a good fire and magic rating to block these. Depends on damage type the move is. Stay safe. Yeah, the stray Sacred Blade finishing. Look, Sacred Blade's amazing. I think people don't gas it up enough. It's so good. It just nuked the Putrescent Knight. I did it! Ah, poison. Alright, another point into Faith, thank you. So just as a reminder, we're getting our Faith to 50, and then after that I think we might actually dump points into Vigor, Endurance, and Strength and Dex, so that we can unequip Radigan's Source Seal. Alright, let's take a look at the Remembrance, and... oh, actually, is Tialia nearby? No, I'm guessing that Tialia is gonna be deeper into the cave here. So let's look at the Remembrance and let's see what we can make from it. Alright. Remembrance of Putrescence. Remembrance of the Putrescent Knight, hewn into the Shadow Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescence, and this clump of it imbibed Saint Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest. And so it was that putrescence became her knight. Okay, so no, it was protecting Saint Trina. Imbibed, sorry, it's imbibed, I believe, not imbibed. Very nice music here. Okay, we'll go to the Round Table Hold and see what we can make with it. And then we will continue on to go and meet Saint Trina. And do the stuff with Saint Trina and Tialia. But let me just reread the description in my head. Especially so since during the heat wave I might not, like, process things correctly when I first read it out loud. Okay. So yeah, it is like the corpses of those considered to be tainted, like the horn scent presumably, and the like. Alright, there we go. Well, let's head to the Round Table Hold, which the Round Table Hold currently looks like what it feels like to be in my room at the moment here in Australia with the heat wave. Yeah, it looks like this. This is my room reveal. Like, it actually just feels like this. Hey Athena, lovely to see you around. We just beat the Putrescent Knight. Now, unfortunately, due to our progress in the main game, Enya is no longer alive. I wonder, do we get armor for beating the Putrescent Knight? Like, could we wear skeletal armor? It doesn't look like it. Not even a helmet. Like, a cool skeletal helmet would be cool. Alright, let's see. What can we make from Remembrance of Putrescence? First we have the Putrescence Cleaver, which is a great axe. Weapon wielded by the Putrescent Knight. A great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned from human bones. Gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute, and the unique skill is Spinning Guillotine. Hold the putrid blade at both ends and arch body backwards to deliver a powerful overhead chop. Repeated inputs deliver follow-up attacks for as long as stamina allows. Strong attack performs a leap, followed by a spinning attack. Okay. Yeah, I did note that on the design that it has, like a spine there and a bunch of skulls, and yeah, it's hardened by the, like, putrescence. Very, very cool weapon, and we can actually wield it. It doesn't have any dex requirements. It does physical and magic, and it causes frost buildup as well, which makes sense because of, like, the ghost flame present in the fight. Cool. Just reading the description again in my head, because yeah, my brain really needs it with how hot it is right now. Alright, and then we have the Vortex Putrescence. Sorcery used by the Putrescent Knight. Launches a whirl of putrescent jets that bathe the surroundings of all they touch in ghost flame. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. Yep, we can't use this 32 intelligence, but we do need the faith requirement, which that's cool at least. This uses 2 slots and costs 29 FP. If it's anything like the actual attack in the boss fight, it's a pain to dodge. Cool. Alright, so that's everything with the Putrescent Knight. Let me just reread the stuff again, and then we'll go and talk to Tialia, we'll go and meet Saint Trina, we'll do the stuff with that, and then I think once we're done with, like, Tialia's stuff, that's when we can take our first stretch and hydrate break of the stream. Okay, and then just let me look at the remembrance again, and then we should be all good. Alright. Poor Enya. I miss her. I miss everyone in the Round Table Hold, really. Well, okay, not Gideon. But, like, Thea. Even Dung Eater, in a way. Dung Eater was nice to have around, kind of. Yeah, it's just Hugh and Roderica. And they're only here because they're essential, like, gameplay mechanics of upgrading your stuff. Alright, so, yeah, I have to press the right bumper to go to Realm of Shadow, and then Garden of Deep Purple. And I'll go back to using my two-headed turtle talisman.
Oh, Centrina, what velvety ambrosia is this? Your poison and the sweet sleep that follows. Oh, please, let me hear your voice. Then you too must have paid a visit to Centrina's garden of deepest purple. I'm drifting off in the sea of her poison. Soon I will hear her voice. Let me be. I won't be long. Oh, I almost forgot. You mustn't follow my example. Centrina's poison would plunge you into an eternal slumber. It must be me. And only me. I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear Centrina's lost voice. Let me be. I won't be long. I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear Centrina. Let me be. I won't be long.
Well, we can gather the stuff here, and then I will check my notes here because it is pretty specific. It's not difficult, it's just specific. So, I think we need to die multiple times here now, which is, I know that's weird, but yeah, imbib the nectar 4 times, then speak to Tiole and exhaust his dialogue. Okay. So let me reset my VTuber model tracking. Talk to him one more time, and then I guess we go to this here.
I am gone, adrift in sleep, so that I may hear Centrina. Let me be.
And also let me gather the stuff here. St. Trina Disciples Cookbook 3. You can also take a look at that. St. Trina Disciples Cookbook 3. A record of crafting techniques left by a disciple who pursued the teachings of the Saint of Sleep. Yet, what seemed a gentle sleep at first ripened into velvet. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following: Lulling Branch. Okay. Lover? Alright. Imbib Nectar. I will be counting all of these as deaths, because it does say you died. We have to do this, like, 5 or 6 more times, by the way. So all of these are going to the death counter. I wonder if Tiolia's dialogue changes from the first one.
I am gone, so that I may hear. Let me be.
I noticed that actually St. Trina's mouth is moving when she speaks the blankness. I'm gonna check in with Teolia after every single death, just so that we don't miss out on, like, optional dialogue. I do know that we have to do it 4 times before something actually happens. That was our second.
I am gone, so that I may let me be.
It's very subtle, but you can see Saint Trina's mouth moving there. Also, like, her design is really cool. It feels like she is basically a deep purple water lily. And the head is just attached there. I have no clue how people were meant to figure this out without a guide. Like, people would just try it once and be like, oh, it just kills me.
Why won't you share your voice with me? Grant me more of your poison, that I might drift further into sleep. Perhaps then you'll grace me with your voice. Please, leave me alone. Please, leave me alone.
Mikula, stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god.
Oh. Make Mikola stop. Don't turn the poor thing into a god. Saint Trina doesn't want her brother, or her other half, to ascend.
Please, leave me alone.
Okay, pass on Saint Trina's words.
I'll thank you not to lie to me. I am the chosen, not you. Only I can doze off in the sea of St. Trina. Why would you hear her voice when I cannot? If you should utter these cruel untruths to me again, I won't be held responsible for my actions. Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you.
It would be Mikula's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving.
And Venus just actually did it over and over again because she's pretty. Yeah. But also, that is a fair point that Trina is making, because if you do ascend to godhood, you know, you are effectively a puppet of the greater will still. Just like how Marika is essentially a prison to the greater will and the two fingers, if Mikkolo were to ascend, it would be the exact same situation.
I will never forgive you. For your trespass, you will know my poison.
Invaded by Tialier. This is meant to happen.
Why did you mislead me? Such strength, but for what?
We get St. Trina's Smile. Let me sit at the Grace here real quick to get rid of the poison. Game is going well, Clover. It's lovely to see you around. Just going through some significant lore stuff right now, so I'm not as talkative at the moment. Because this is stuff that was established in the base game and is only finally getting elaborated upon in this DLC, so I'm really invested. Alright, so we got a talisman here, St. Trina's Smile. A talisman depicting a smiling St. Trina, a vision conjured deep within a certain man's heart. Raises attack power when sleep is triggered in the vicinity. Only I am allowed to know of your velvety sleep, its sweetly gentle embrace. So please, smile for me, and only me. Yeah, that is Tialier speaking there. I tried to do his voice. A very soft-spoken voice. Alright, so now we'll go and talk to Tialier again. He's not actually dead. You don't kill him as part of the quest line. You just stop him invading you once. But, yeah, that's... I mean, it's a talisman I don't care about, but in terms of lore, it's good stuff. That's Pfeiffer, you do your thing. Thank you. We're gonna be doing some exploration after this, though. So I'm typically a lot more chatty when we're, like, exploring. And when we're doing lore stuff, I'm not as talkative. Alright, unequip my weapon.
You. I was no good to anyone. Beginning to end. Weak as a kitten, and thick as two planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you? Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. Trina tell you? Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did St. please. Assuming you spoke the truth back then. What did Centrina tell you? You are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing couldn't possibly be. Could it? Centrina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Centrina, let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Centrina, in my everlasting slumber.
You must kill Mikila. Grant him forgiveness.
Okay, I think that's everything, but I just wanted to double check. So I'll talk to Tiolier one more time, and then I think that's it for now. In fact, that is the end of Tiolier's questline for the time being. Actually, I'm gonna do the nectar one more time. Just in case. But hey V, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, Saint Trina, our beloved. And yeah, absolutely. Tiolier is a little bit creepy about Trina, but I'll talk more about that after we hear her voice one more time.
You must kill Mikila. Grant him forgiveness.
Alright. If Tiolier doesn't have new dialogue, I'm gonna assume that's it for now. Okay, that's it for now. Do the crafting materials respawn? No? Okay. Oh, sorry, Tiolier, didn't mean to walk over you. Alright, let's sit down with Grace, let's have a discussion about what we've just seen and heard, and then we'll take our first stretch and hydrate break at the stream, and then we're going to be moving on to the Jagged Peaks, where we will join Egon in an adventure to slay Baal the Dread. Let me just look at the description of this one more time. let's sit down at the Grace now. And hey Lena, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Let me actually take this opportunity to quickly get some shoutouts for Clover, first and foremost, and a shout out for Lena as well. Yeah, get shouted out, Clover. Well, all of the known streamers here that I know of and, you know, that I'm friends with get shoutouts. We actually have auto shoutouts now for when people raid in, thanks to Seribot, so the mods don't have to worry about doing shoutouts anymore when a raid comes through, which is really, really nice. But yeah, let's briefly talk about all of that story stuff that we just went through. Also, did I say hi to V? It's lovely to see you around, V. We all love Saint Trina. That's fair, you do your thing. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so we got to hear Saint Trina's voice, and we got to hear her thoughts and what she wants us to do. And so to sum up what we learned from Saint Trina, Trina thinks that we should kill Mikola, her other half, to grant him forgiveness, which is a part that I need to think about for a bit on what exactly that forgiveness entails. Also talking about how Mikola should not ascend to godhood, because not only is divinity a trap, as we've seen with Marika / Radigan, you know, being a god is not necessarily a good thing in the Elden Ring universe, because you are still being puppeteered by the outer gods, and you don't really have true free will as a god. So Saint Trina doesn't believe that Mikola should become a god. Saint Trina wants to protect Mikola, and it seems as if Mikola is so determined in his ways of becoming a god and ushering in his own age that Trina believes it necessary that we kill Mikola for his own sake. Which is, yeah, that's quite heretical. And that's why Tialier, or that's one of the reasons why Tialier didn't initially believe us when we told him that that is what we had heard. Because, of course, yes, Tialier is obsessed with Saint Trina. In fact, haunted by her visage, almost, is how he puts it. Yeah, he just has this obsession with her and believes that he is the only one deserving of her smile, the only one deserving of her velvety sleep. And so, of course, when we tell him all this stuff, he doesn't believe us, and of course he invades us then. And of course we stop his invasion, and he's just mentally broken right now. He's just lying in that pool of velvety poison, just hoping that he can succumb to that eternal sleep and hear her voice. But we have passed on Saint Trina's will to him, and from what I see from my spoiler-free notes, that's basically Tialir's questline. We won't see Tialir again until basically near the end of the DLC, from what I understand. Basically, so I'm not spoiled on the exact circumstances here, so please don't spoil this for me. But basically, there's a part of the DLC near the end where we're going to get a lot of payoff for all of the quest lines that we did not do. And Tialia will be present then, I believe. So yeah, we've basically finished his questline. His questline is done now. He just needs some time to be a broken, sobbing mess and accept that Saint Trina wants to kill her other half, which is Mikola, because the two were once a single being, just like how Marika and Radigan are a single being, like two halves of the same whole. V says, which would be Mikola's outer god there. He's trying to shred everything, and that would seem to include outer gods. The thing is with that V is, I believe that, I don't know if anyone actually mentioned this, but this is something that I've been thinking about. Even if Mikola does divest of everything that associates him with the Erd Tree and Marika, he is still the child of Marika and Redigan. Like, he still has that, I don't want to say genetics, but heritage. He still hails from that line. So I would think that Mikola wouldn't be able to escape from the Outer Gods simply just because of the circumstances of his birth. Now, if it was like Ronnie, we know that Ronnie literally severed her connection to the Greater Will. And she did that by killing her own two fingers, right? And also putting her body into a doll. The question is what Mikola is doing, is that enough? Is what Mikola is doing, is that enough to shed his connection to the Outer Gods? Is that enough to shed his connection to the Greater Well? And I'm thinking it's not the case. If Saint Trina... So, specifically, Saint Trina does believe that if Mikola were to ascend to godhood as he is just going to be a puppet for the Greater Will. It's just going to be a repeat of Marika all over again. You know, maybe Mikola will usher in a different age, right? You know, with its own unique philosophies and politics and everything. But then at the end of the day, the people of the Lands Between will still just be essentially pawns in this massive game of chess that the Outer Gods are playing with one another. And people won't be able to live in true freedom. Like, personally, I think that Ronnie has presented the best options so far. Fuck the Outer Gods, cut off all connections to them, and just let people live as they want to live, without any specific kind of law, or without any specific kind of order. Which, you know, that could lead to chaos, but I think that's better than the Golden Order. Like, fucking anything is better than the Golden Order. So, you know what, maybe Mikola's idea isn't the worst. We do still need to learn about Mikola's philosophy and what exactly he envisions for his own age. And presumably that could have a connection to his vow that he made with Radahn. We don't know the nature of that vow just yet, but we do know that, at least when Radahn was still alive, he made a vow with Mikola, and it seems as if Mikola is here in the Realm of Shadow in order to fulfill that vow. Whether that vow was ascending to godhood itself, or whether that vow is something else entirely, like perhaps, I don't know, enforcing a certain ideal or belief that Radahn believes in. I don't know for certain. I don't know yet. We have different takes on what St. Trina asked, which obviously I won't say more. Yeah, because, I mean, obviously, Souls games do also... They're known to have unreliable narrators. Like, not everything that everyone says is true in Souls games. Obviously, there are, you know, lots of known liars in the Souls games. I feel like I need to look up St. Trina's dialogue again to think about it, but from what I recall, she was saying that don't let Mikola ascend to godhood, because he would be trapped in divinity, and kill Mikola. Yeah, for sure, I like your theory. Obviously, we do have to bring into question how much does St. Trina really know, being stuck down here in the Garden of Deep Purple. How much does St. Trina actually know about the Outer Gods, about Mikola's circumstances? Yeah, there's a lot to bring into question, so probably off the stream I'm gonna review St. Trina's dialogue again and, like, really do a critical analysis of it. You know, like, spoiler-free, not looking up anything else about, like, St. Trina or Mikola, just, like, reading that dialogue again, and, like, just thinking about the various ways in which you could read it. Because, I mean, if your way of reading it, V, is not a spoiler, I'd love to hear it as well. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm passionate about Souls lore. I like reading all the item descriptions and doing the questline stuff so that you can hear me yap about things that probably make no sense to the average gamer. The average gamer's just like, oh, who's this weird lady? Why did I die when... Why did I die when I interacted with her? But we will take our first stretch and hydrate break here, and after the break we will go to the Jagged Peak and start on, or not start on, but continue Egon's questline and the whole entire plotline involving Bale. Oh, thank you for posting the dialogue again, V. Yeah, make Mikola stop, don't turn the poor thing into a god. Godhood would be Mikola's prison, a caged divinity is beyond saving. Right, okay, so yeah, there's definitely other ways of thinking about it. Yeah, you must kill Mikola, grant him forgiveness. That's the line that I'm most interested in, actually, that I didn't address. I will go on my break in just a second, but that's the line I didn't really address. Specifically, grant him forgiveness. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? Is Mikola responsible for something that needs forgiving? Or is Mikola carrying a burden that needs to be relieved? It is a peculiar line, isn't it? Yeah, because it provides, like, even though it's such a small line, it provides so many questions. What do you mean, give Mikola forgiveness? What did Mikola do? Did Mikola do something? Is he responsible for something? Does he feel obligation? Like, because it could be that Radahn's vow is something about, like, ascending to godhood, right? And Mikola feels, like, indebted to Radahn, maybe? Or, like, Mikola feels as if, like, he has to fulfill this vow, and that there's no turning back. It's kind of like a situation of, like, Mikola thinking, well, I've come this far, why should I stop now? I should just keep going with the path ahead. That kind of, the weight of obligation, the weight of responsibility, which is a theme that actually has, like, been occurring throughout the base game. This idea of divinity being a burden, divinity being this great responsibility that one must shoulder on their own. Well, okay, maybe not on your own, because, like, consorts do exist, but mostly on your own. Usually just you and one other person. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. Okay, I'll go for a stretch and hydrate break. I'm gonna spend that break just fucking thinking about everything that I've seen and heard thus far. And we will move on to the second part of the stream, which is exploring the Jagged Peaks. So please take care of yourselves, everyone. Make sure to grab yourselves a snack and a drink if you can or want to. And I will be back in a couple minutes for some more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. Please look forward to it, and I'll see you all after the break. Catch you all then. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. A lot of stuff to think about with St. Trina there. Like, God, it's a lot to take in, but we're gonna push that to the back of our minds for the time being, and we're gonna go and kill some dragons. How about that? Alright. Just looking at the dialogue that V reposted. Don't turn the poor thing into a god. It'd be Miquella's prison. A caged divinity is beyond saving. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, just adjusting my VTuber model here. Alright. There we go. So we're done here in the Fissure, which means we can move on to the second part of the stream title. I didn't clickbait you all. we are going up the Jagged Peak, which I think you have to go from this Grace, and then you go like around here, and like all the way up to here, I think. We will say hi to the Dragon Communion Priestess again, though, before anything else. Not for any particular reason, other than I just want to say hi. She's pretty, and that's all.
Warrior true, what is it that you need? In a time long past, Baal turned upon the Dragon Lord. The foul traitor assailed our master and inflicted a grievous wound, only to make a hasty retreat, becoming a sworn enemy of the world. Since that day, Baal and his bloodline, the Drakes, have served as sacrifices for Dragon Communion, land-bound warrior. My lord, Placidusax, has shown your kind what must be done. Seek communion. Sate your boundless appetite. Feel the euphoria over Dragon's essence taking root in your meager frame. Warrior true.
Alright. We will be coming back here later because we do have a choice of what to do with the Dragon Priestess. And that's gonna be a question of what would I do in that situation, or which set of rewards do I want more? The last question I like, do you think Miquella shed St. Trina before or after she wanted to stop him? Well, it depends. It depends on a couple of factors. Firstly, it depends on how much does St. Trina know in her current state. Like, how much does she know in her current state? Like, is she aware of what is happening in the outside world or not? That's the first thing. Oh, also, good thing I still have Sacred Blade equipped. Because if it's a case of Miquella's own, or not Miquella, sorry, St. Trina's only source of information is the people who come to her, then I think it would be the former, in that Miquella shed St. Trina after, like, he told her of his intentions. Otherwise, I think it might be the latter. I can't give you a specific reason why I think it would be the latter, other than just... I think it makes sense that Miquella would shed Trina first. Moon says, my interpretation when she says, don't turn the poor thing into a god, I'm thinking she's begging Miquella not to turn someone else into a god. Didn't Moog, under Miquella's control, try to use Miquella to ascend to godhood? Moog wanted, or, well, Moog was under Miquella's charm, and Moog was obsessed with being Miquella's consort. Moog himself didn't want to ascend to godhood. I mean, maybe he wanted to, but he was under Miquella's charm, and thus was only ever concerned with being Miquella's consort. So I had it in reverse. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. It's good to, like, recap on these things, because, like, Elden Ring is such a massive game, and there's so many plot lines to keep track of that it helps to, like, recap on those things. I mean, in between every single Elden Ring stream, I actually reread all of the item descriptions we go through on stream. I read every single one again. And I read every single bit of dialogue we went through again. Yeah, it is a valid interpretation, though, because, like, while Miquella might not necessarily want to turn Mohg into a god, what if Miquella wanted to turn Radahn into a god? Huh? Think about that. What if Miquella wanted to be some sort of vessel that allows Radahn to ascend to godhood? Think about that. Also, since we're in the dragon hunting area, we're gonna use this katana. Because it does good damage against dragons, specifically the skill. I'm gonna go here. I do also think, like, this isn't really a spoiler. This is just, like, a confirmed known thing about the DLC, but you cannot start the DLC unless you have defeated both Radahn and Mohg. So, like, regardless of when you play the DLC, Radahn is canonically dead. That is an event that has to happen for the DLC to take place. Also, we got the Dragon's Color Bloom. Flower with an uncanny shape, coursing with hot blood. Material used for crafting items, exceedingly rare to find. A single flower is said to blossom, only once, from the hearts of dead warriors who oft partook in the partook of the Dragon Communion. Okay, interesting. Sorry, let me read that again. I butchered the last part. A single flower is said to blossom, only once, from the hearts of dead warriors who oft partook of the Dragon Communion. And, yeah, it does have an uncanny shape. Okay. Moon here says, wonder if he's going to try and find another consort then. I don't know what his vow for Radahn is, but with Radahn dead, I have a crackhead theory. Maybe he'd revive Radahn with god powers, make him a consort. I have nothing to go off of. I assume gods would have powers similar to the Light of Grace, so their own version of it. Isn't revival possible with cases like how they're trying to revive Godwyn to lead those in death if my memory isn't as sucky as usual? There was a very small plot line in, like, a castle fort in the... I think it was the Consecrated Snowfield. Or no, Mountaintops of the Giants. At one of the forts, like the Eclipse Fort, where, like, it does seem as if Miquella either wanted to, like, fully kill Godwyn for good or potentially revive Godwyn. So potentially Godwyn's the DLC final boss. Has the raw power of a great rune. That might be in his power to do. Radahn called the strongest demigod. I may think of someone else. No, Radahn is considered the strongest, yeah. Fingers? There are fingers there. Wondering if Radahn forced Lord's own loss had to deal with Miquella to be brought back later. Yeah, that's definitely possible. Or, like, maybe a promise to bring back Godwyn, maybe? Fingers are fingers and let there be fingers. Scarlet Rot is kinda really rough to deal with. For an army of normal ass humans, the matchup is 70-30, he did not outplay. Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, once Mikola gets her, or not Mikola, sorry, once Melania gets her command grab and she goes into install state, it's such bullshit to deal with. Like, Radahn just has no defense. He doesn't even have a DP. Like, he's just fucked. He was fucked. You'd think the meteor move would have iframes, but it doesn't. You can anti-air that shit. Radahn beat Melania so bad, she discarded her pride to bloom, to boff the world and rot to not lose. Melania for sure is tough. Yeah. I think you get to see the fight between the two of them in, like, one of the Elden Ring trailers. It's not something that's ever shown in the game. Oh wait, no, it does show in the game, during the intro sequence with the paintings. The paintings actually show a lot of significant lore events. So lonely. Yeah, I mean, like, every single Elden Ring stream here is lore-focused, but especially this one has been, like, super lore-focused. Like, if I shut my bitch ass up and actually played the game, we'd be making more progress, but... Elden Ring's story is fun to, like, learn about and discover. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 6. Greater Potentate's Cookbook 6. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following: hefty red lightning pot. Ooh, let's look at the description of that. That might have some lore. Oh, no, I'm comparing it to the previous pot description we got, and it is pretty much the exact same. It does just note there at the bottom that, yes, the ancient dragons who betrayed their lore to side with a tyrant were known for wielding branching red lightning. So in that case, that would be Bale, because Bale is... Or, I mean, actually... No! Wait, no, yes, that would be Bale. It would be Bale. Because Placidusax is specifically referred to as their lord. I was wondering if, like, in a twist of nature, that Placidusax was actually the villain, and Bale is righteous. But, no, I don't think that's true. Unless, after defeating Bale, we get some lore that, like, goes on about how Bale was right, actually. Who knows? But yeah, ancient dragons that betrayed their lord to side with a tyrant were known for wielding branching red lightning. It's just that confuses me because, like, all of the dragons that you fight, like, all the ancient dragons that you fight in the base game of Elden Ring, all have the red lightning, and you encounter a significant portion of them in, what's the location called again? What is it again? Crumbling Fire Missoula. I had to look it up, I forgot. Up we go. So from what I understand... Oh, is this a new crafting item? No, it's the red Fulgur Bloom. But there should be like a boss that we need to defeat here that's not Bale. And then we need to go speak to Egon, I think. And then we should be able to summon him for Bale. Stay calm, required ahead. Snake, but horse? And, you know, like, I gotta elaborate on this. Although we have been playing this game primarily solo, if it is a case where questlines are affected whether you choose to summon or not summon, we will go with the option that obviously I want to go for. And hell yeah, I want to help Egon get revenge on Bale. Like, Egon's literally traumatized by Bale. Ah, here again, so to speak, seems familiar. Possible spot ahead. By the way, too high up, too high up. I can't take this. Hey, remember Dark Souls 2? Remember Dark Souls 2? Is a dragon gonna destroy the bridge if I take too long? Ah, seems familiar in short visions of Snake. Ah, seems familiar, visions of Snake. Visions of close quarters battle. Snake? Visions of betrayal, but boss! Sleep, Snake. I did it! First off horse, therefore praise the dragon. A new Elden Ring lore. The torrent is actually a dragon. Okay, foot of Jagged Peak. I just want to make sure I'm not fucking this up. Okay. Speak to Egon after defeating the dragon near the foot of Jagged Peak, Grace. So yes, that is where we are now. Perfect. Ah, Overcast. Moon says, I also forgot to note that I interpret vow with Radahn as a possible literal wedding/consort vow. I just can't think of other viable consort he'd pick, considering that you can kill any other demigod by now. Radahn is one of the only two required, like you said. Yeah, like, it wouldn't make sense if, say, Miquella were to pick a... I'm trying to think of someone who's not, like, directly related to him. Like... fucking Rykard, right? Although Miquella and Radahn are related because they both have Radagon as their father. So it's kind of a little bit incestuous there. But look, the lore was written by George R.R. Martin, or like, he didn't write all of the lore of the game, he just wrote, like, the basis for the lore. He basically wrote the concept for the lore, and I'm assuming... I'm gonna blame all of the incestuous themes on him. Time for map, dog. But also, I mean, like... Souls games have also dabbled with the ideas of incest before. You know, a lot of people interpret the relationship of the brothers in Dark Souls 3 as incestuous. This do be dark fantasy. I don't think any incest is out of the question. Yeah, unfortunately so. But like, obviously it's fiction. Like, I don't care that the main plot of Elden Ring is centered around how the incest of Marika and Radagon led to a lot of their children being cursed. Hey Looney, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. We met Saint Trina, and we're now going to kill Bale with the help of Egon. But yeah, that makes sense, Moon, like... Because yeah, you know, as mentioned, because it's not a spoiler, Radahn is a required boss to play the DLC, which means that, yeah, his death has to occur for the story of this DLC to make sense. So yeah, potentially, like, maybe Miquella did ask Radahn to be his consort. Chaos ahead. Or maybe other way around. Holy shit. First off, sleep. Oh shit. Jagged Peak Drake. No, but they're all fighting each other. People be like, play Skyrim, it's peak. But this is Skyrim. You get jumped by dragons constantly. It's like a turf war! Monster Hunter! I'll just let them resolve their own fight, yeah. I'm pretty sure that the non-boss one is going to die, but like... I'll let them settle their feud. I mean, I get a head start on the boss either way. Oh shit. Wait, no, okay. They don't know I'm here. Oh, fuck! It's like trying to not to get caught in between these two. Oh my god, like... It feels like this has to be scripted. Like, the animations are just, like, syncing up so well. Either that or I'm really lucky. It's like one will go into the air and the other starts breathing fire up at them. Yeah, that one's nearly dead. Oh, please say you haven't spotted me. No, I'm not here. I'm not here. Oh. Oh, you're going airborne? Ooh, nice. Nice jump attack. Script is just epic as hell. It is. Okay, there we go. Let's get started with the real fight. And of course, we got the perfect weapon for dragon slaying. Because its skill is particularly effective against dragons, according to the description. And it's the Baconator. We fire off a strip of bacon at them. I should probably equip some physical damage negation. Yeah, I should equip physical and fire damage negation, because I'm assuming... Well, I'm assuming that Bale is going to do, like, physical fire and lightning. Ow. Oh god, I might be screwed here. See, in Night Rain, you can just surge sprint away from those moves. In this game, you kind of have to hop on Torrent or you're dead. I can't spam my weapon skill on Torrent. Yeah, the way I normally do these fights is I use Torrent to dodge the flame breath attacks, and I just get as close as possible. 1, 2, and then... Whoop. That's... okay. If they move, I should just hop on Torrent. Like, if they go up into the air, it's safe to just hop on Torrent. Please, can I get a stance break? Yes, I can. Alright. Oh, no. Jump over. Ah, I didn't get it. It's fine. 1, 2, skill time. It'd be tragic if I died here. I had the kill before, it's just shenanigans. There we go.
A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past, how once you were, when fear was yet foreign to ye.
Hey, Egon.
Drake warrior, dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger, scale the jagged peak, face Bale the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain, and my soul yet lies on the mountain. Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the jagged peak, face Bale the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. Proud Drake warrior, scale the jagged peak, summon me. Summon my soul.
Alright. Yeah, so he gave us his finger. Egon's furled finger. Furled finger of Egon, the broken Drake warrior. Gnarled and knotty, and deeply discolored on the inside. When facing Bale the Dread, this summons Drake warrior Egon from his sign. My soul yet lies on the mountain. Like, he's literally... he's screaming at you. He's screaming at you to summon him for Bale the Dread. So, like, of course we're going to do that. Vengarl, is that you? Alright. It doesn't have the use command. Do I just have to use it when I walk into the arena? Or is it just a summon sign on the ground? I'm pretty sure, I think my guide mentioned... No, it doesn't mention where the summon sign is. I think it just mentions summon Egon. So I'm sure it'll be obvious. There's no way I could miss it. But just in case. It's a summon sign? Okay. I'm guessing it's in the arena itself, just like how Tialia's was inside the arena of Putrescent Night. Okay. Alright, in the arena. Gotcha. Wait, so... Oh wait, okay, as excited as I am to go and face Bale, we can return to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion, and we can make a choice now for the Dragon Communion Priestess. So I'll just read what it says here. Choose whether to give her the potion from Tialia. At the end of her questline, if you don't give her the potion, you receive a consumable and a weapon, and if you do, you'll receive an incantation and spirit ashes. To give her the potion, pause time until nightfall, give her the potion, and pause time again until you can speak to her again. I didn't know about Tialia's? Yeah. His is in the arena for Putrescent Night, but he doesn't have any dialogue or anything. Like, he doesn't acknowledge you summoning him. He's just a silent summon. Whereas I'm guessing Bale, like, might have... Or not Bale, sorry. I'm guessing Egon would have some dialogue with Bale, maybe. like, after the fight, maybe. But, rewards-wise, I think I'm going to give the potion to the Dragon Communion Priestess. But, we'll go back to her, and we'll think about it. We'll think about it. I just want to read the description again here real quick. Okay.
Proud Drake warrior, scale the jagged peak, summon me.
Okay. Oh, wait, there's actually a map here. Oh, wait, no, that's a different area. Right. Okay, let's go to the Dragon Communion Priestess. So I think the context for giving her the potion or not is the fact that she has never slept before in her life. She sacrifices her own sleep in order to give energy to Placidusax. So this is kind of basically us forcing her to take a goddamn nap for once in her life. If I so choose to go through with this.
Warrior true, what is it that you need?
Ask about Egon.
I remember that name well. The broken Drake warrior, driven by bottomless hunger and fiery ambition. Precisely what the Dragon Lord envisaged for men who partake in Dragon Communion. The mad hunger and fierceness of spirit that only flows from those young and short of sight. He rather reminds me of Bale. In fact, such thoughts are unfathomable to ones as old as we. I remember that name well, the broken Drake warrior, driven by bottomless hunger and precisely what the Dragon Lord envisaged for men who partake in the mad hunger and fierceness of sea. Rather reminds me of Bale. Such thought.
Self-Carradine, but it cuts the stream. Basically, yeah. Okay. I will give the potion to her. Because in terms of rewards, I would rather have an incantation and Spirit Ash than a consumable and a weapon. So, we have to... Oh, well, it is nighttime right now, is it not? Didn't expect lover. Could this be a sinner?
Warrior I remember that name well, broken, driven by bottomless hunger and fiery ambition. Precisely what the Dragon Lord for men who the mad hunger and he rather reminds such.
Okay, I think I'll just skip time to exactly nighttime, not like late night. Past time until nightfall. Because I believe she does have unique dialogue, right? When... Because we talked to her at nighttime. Yeah. Okay, that did it. Youth Tialier's concoction. There we go. She can actually rest for once in her life. Okay, and now I'm gonna pause time until morning. Yeah, she's having a little nap. I mean, no malicious intent by this. I want her to have a nap. Just making sure I didn't have to, like, wait for anything. Okay, let's skip time to noon. Because that was a big-ass nap. Skip time to nightfall. I'm just gonna keep passing time until she wakes up. There she is. Good morning.
I have broken my pledge. I succumbed to the deep slumber that was meant for my lord. It was a great act of a foul and lowly beast. Forgive me, good warrior. My lord will no longer look on me. I have fallen from grace. An old dragon, no longer. Go on. Leave me be. Go on. Leave me be. My lord will no longer look upon me. Go on. My lord will no...
I'm gonna reset the area and see if there's extra dialogue upon a reload.
Go on. My lord will no longer look upon me.
I'm sorry. It's just I wanted you to have a nap. I wanted you to look after yourself. And also because I get a better reward if I do that. Like, if I were role-playing, there's no reason for my character to have done that. There's actually no reason why she would do that. Unless it was for that reason of, well, I want her to actually, like, have a break for once.
Go on. My lord will no longer look upon me.
Alright, let's take a stretch and hydrate break here because we were well overdue for the previous one, and I don't want to, like, fall behind schedule on that. So we'll take a break here, and when we come back, we should be ready to face Baal the Dread, the traitor of the Dragon Lord Placidusax, the first Elden Lord in history, not Godfrey. No, it was Placidusax, according to item descriptions. Fingers crossed it's a good dragon boss fight, because I know a lot of people don't really like dragon boss fights in Souls games. I like dragon boss fights in Souls games. This one hasn't really had amazing ones so far. Like, if I think off the top of my head. I mean, Placidusax was pretty good. But I don't think it was my favorite either. So we'll have to see how Baal is. But yes, I'm going to take that break. I'm going to take that self-care, and we'll be back to confront Baal the Dread with Egon the Drake Warrior, the Broken Drake Warrior, by our side. I hope you're all looking forward to it. Hope you're all excited. I'll see you all after a short little break. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Alright, and I am back. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I really do appreciate it. So I am just looking at my bitrate here, and it is very much suffering at the moment. I'm going to assume that is due to, like, thankfully no fires near me, but I'm guessing just due to, like, all of the fires that have been occurring across Australia due to the heat wave and potential damages to, like, server equipment, whether that's on Twitch's side or whether there's, like, damages to internet cables somehow. So I do want to apologize for the crusty bitrate here, but we're gonna keep going with stream. I don't really feel like ending because of something that's out of my control. So it does look like the bitrate's climbing back up. Hopefully it, like, sort of figures itself out a little bit better as we continue on with the stream. Because yeah, it goes all the way up, and then it goes all the way down, and then it goes all the way up and all the way down. So similar to what happened on one of my Katamari streams like a week or two ago. Or not a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago even. We'll just have to tolerate it. Yeah, it is something that's just out of my control. Welcome back, thank you, Lumi. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, yet again, sorry for any, like, scuffed quality, especially on the VOD, since the VODs are also direct uploads of the Twitch feed. It seems like it's stabilized for now, though. I wanted to take my time with that break to just make sure it would, like, stabilize a bit more before continuing on. But I think I'm happy to continue on now. Alright, you don't have new dialogue.
Go on. Leave me be. My lord will no longer live.
Okay. Let's go back to the foot of the jagged peak. I don't know if there's actually anything to explore or, like, grab around here, but I should probably take a look around anyway. Welcome back, thank you, Clover. Really do appreciate it. Nice to be able to see you today. Nice and cozy. Thank you. Even when we talk about, like, the incest and Elden Ring story, even then, I'm being silly. You might not be listening in when I'm yapping about the lore. Yeah, I just want to take a look around here and make sure there's, like, not any items that we're missing out on. But it seems like it's just a linear path up to Baal. We'll talk to Egon again to see if he has some new dialogue, since we did just reload the area. Otherwise, it seems like we're all good to go. Yeah, seems like there's nothing around here. If there's something here that I missed, we can always backtrack and grab it. Or if someone remembers that there's an item here that I missed, we can go and grab it. Okay, now where am I actually going? I'm going in the direction Egon was. Yeah. Thankfully, his laughter made it easy to tell where the path forward was. Because I just went towards his laughter and his voice lines. Oh. Wait. Champion ahead? Sadness ahead? Yeah. I don't know if he's still breathing or not. I don't think he is. I think he gave up his finger so yeah, that he could fight Baal with his soul that resides on the mountain. Because that's all that really remains of him. Yeah, my soul yet lies on the mountain. Kind of makes sense, because the description here saying gnarled and knotty almost implies that maybe potentially he, like, bit his own finger off or something. Like, it doesn't give the best of pictures. And there we go. And thank you for the patties as well, Clover. Alright. Jagged Peak. It's just like how in Dark Souls 2 there's an area called Earthen Peak. Because the game knows what it is. Elden Ring knows its own value. I love how sweet you sound today, it's refreshing. Aww. Thank you, I really do appreciate that. Red Fulgur blooms? Not that you don't sound nice always. Just today in particular, I guess. I don't know. Today in particular, I sound better than usual. Maybe. I can't hear it myself when I'm, you know, hearing my own voice while I'm commentating, but maybe if I went back on the VOD, maybe I do sound particularly sweeter today or something. Alright. Time for Fortitude. Dragon ahead, therefore hero required ahead. Exactly. Like, we're not doing this without Egon. The game is literally screaming at me to use Egon. And I mean, he's screaming at me to summon him. Of course I'm going to summon him. This is his fight. I got nothing in this fight other than just, I'm doing an all bosses run, I need to kill Bale. Alright. Got my physical damage negation equipped. We're gonna use the katana here. Oh. Try left? Okay. Necessary item ahead, but be wary of trap. Oh, I see. Missed me. And now another one's gonna come and hit me over. That would be perfect karma. Right, so yeah, I'm told to try left. This really is the quiet before the storm, or the calm before the storm. Yeah, that's the arena up there. Hoping for good luck, thank you. These DLC bosses have been really, really difficult, even for someone like me who, you know, has hundreds of hours in different Souls games. These are definitely some of the hardest bosses I've ever fought. So I don't expect that we're going to defeat Bale on our first attempt, but I feel like we could get it within this stream, or if not within this stream, at the start of the next stream. Nice, the Shadow Tree fragment. Ah, stars. I wonder if we can level up our blessing with how many we've got. We've got 2. I'm not sure if that's enough for a level or not. We could check, but also, I don't really feel like it. No horse ahead. Dung ahead. Dog ahead. Ah, Edge. Now, this is just a regular ass dragon. This is Bale? Try horseback battle. Enemy ahead. Try horseback battle and then try legs. This isn't Bale. This is Ancient Dragon Senesax. Shit. I've been... What? I just got comboed there. I actually couldn't do anything because I got hit off torrent. Okay, let's let's try that again. That was not Bale. That's the funny thing. It's like, oh, is this Bale? No. No, that was just a regular ass ancient dragon. Okay, but why are there ancient dragons then in Crumbling Fire Missoula if they presumably serve Bale? I mean, maybe these ones, or the ones in Fire Missoula, turned on Bale. I don't know. Anyway, I fought this like 100 times in Night Rain. I think they have a couple of new moves, but not enough for me to care. If this is Monster Hunter, we could cut the tail. I mean, if this was Dark Souls 1, we could cut the tail. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can do this fight on foot, because I'm pretty sure I did all the other Ancient Dragon fights on foot. And of course, the #1 Souls tip of all time, you do not need to use lock-on for every fight. In particular, dragon fights benefit greatly from you not using lock-on. It's a lot easier to actually aim the camera where you're attacking and where you want to dodge, in my opinion. I typically don't use lock-on for most dragon fights. Ow! Yeah, ugh, they're just so punishing, they hit so hard. Damn, Bale the Dread's got hands. I'm making the same joke again, I know it's not Bale. Yeah, because the problem is that they only let you lock onto the head or neck. Oh my... I just got obliterated. Yeah, it doesn't help that we're fighting them in puddles of water, because in Elden Ring, water does actually interact with lightning. Like, lightning spreads a bit further. You got Jurassic wrecked. Pretty much, yeah. Oh my... Look at the damage! Okay, okay. Change of plan, change of plan. We need to equip lightning damage negation, and we need to use a lightning damage negation incantation. I dodged that fight the first time and came back later, trying all sorts of strats. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey Flo, it's nice to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Hiring Latenna as long-range artillery, hoping she survives. That does sound like a good strat. I'm gonna apply the strategy of equip damage negation and cry and scream and pray for the best. Okay, lightning damage negation. Oh, there's not a grace nearby. I would swap out one of my incantations to give me lightning damage negation, but, I mean, we got a bit of lightning damage negation with this. My confession is I don't really like this fight that much in Night Rain, and I don't think I like it this much here. Like, I know that you're meant to be attacking the head. But also, attacking the head is really difficult for a melee build. So yeah, using Latenna sounds like a genius idea. Because she can just snipe the head. I mean, yeah, I guess I can snipe the head with this. It's just... also, being by the head is scary as fuck, because of everything going on with this fight. The damage negation's helped, though. It doesn't actually feel like meaningful damage negation. That's one thing I will praise Elden Ring for, is like damage negation feels really meaningful in this game. Not that it's not meaningful in other Souls games, like, you know, From Software Souls games, but especially in Elden Ring, do I feel the most punished for not using damage negation. I know I'm also using Radagon's Source Seal, that contributes to it, but... we did test, and we still take a shit ton of damage without Radagon's Source Seal. Like, there's a difference, but not much. But we are gonna be leveling up our stats so that we can unequip Radagon's Source Seal and, like, not miss the stats. Because our Vigor is only 55, but it's technically 60 thanks to Radagon's Source Seal, but... also, we could be taking a lot less damage here if I actually equipped a helmet on my character, but... fashion over functionality, baby. Go. We still do have our Wondrous Physic that's got heal and passive health gen on it, so I'm just gonna grab that. Because yeah, that passive health generation will help. Well, not that I need it if I don't get hit. But I did get hit, so I do need it. Oh, fuck, please. There we go. Oh, another Drake felled. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone and a Somber. Nice. Hey, Citteray, it's lovely to see you around. I think your birthday's over now, but I do want to wish you happy birthday on stream at the very least. Isn't it great to share a birthday with the release of Highguard? It must be an honor. Not Drake, yeah, Ancient Dragon. I know there's a difference. I just wanted to say Drake because, you know, I'm a powerful warrior. I'm a Drake warrior. So I'm sure birthday is such an important piece of gaming history. Yeah, this VOD is gonna age so poorly on YouTube. Because I'm mentioning Highguard. Like, by the time this VOD makes it onto YouTube, Highguard's probably already shut down. So, hi, if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, the mention of Highguard is probably gonna age really poorly. The game is just Destiny Crucible of horses. Yeah. I'm a bit disappointed, but... And also, like, Jeff Keighley, like, really hyping it up as, like, the greatest thing ever created. Behold flower. Yeah, another dragon's color bloom. And the description does mention that they do bloom from the hearts of Drake warriors. So here you can actually physically see, like, yes, this flower has bloomed from this Drake warrior's body. Jeff Keighley hype is the funniest part of it. He is like Highguard's #1 glazer. Watching on YouTube, post a comment below, update on how Highguard does in the future. Oh, I have comments turned off for the Elden Ring VODs. I have comments on for my actual YouTube uploads, but not for the Elden Ring VODs. The comments section would be fucking miserable if I had them on for the Elden Ring VODs. It'd be like, you're so bad at the game. Why do you read every item description? It's because I like the lore. Those game comments section, exactly. The frontline's defending that game, he sure is. Alright, let's see if there is a grace up here. Hopefully there is one. Because I want to be ready for Bale. Yeah, there's a bunch of dead dragons here. Oh wait, there's materials from them. Oh, it's the sharp gravel stones, right? Thinking about the game is delusional. It's true, it is a first playthrough. Yeah, it feels like there's no grace here. Raff, oh Raff. Oh, there is. Okay. I was worried that, like, there'd be no grace, and I'd have to just, like, respawn at a Stake of Marika for the run back. Thankfully, that's not the case. Okay, so, yes. Damage negation incantations. We really need these. So, we have Flame Protect Me. That's gonna be super important. I don't know if it stacks with... Because we have the lightning damage negation one, right? Electrocharge... I need to read the description of this again. No, that doesn't help with damage negation. Lightning damage negation will be reduced. Is there not a lightning damage negation incantation? I feel like there has to be one, right? Does Karin teach one? Oh, protection of the Erd Tree. Yeah, all affinities except physical. Oh, and also golden lightning fortification. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess protection of the Erd Tree would be good. And it would also affect Egon as well. And I can just equip a talisman for physical damage negation, so this should be good. It's been a while, so I'm just looking at the item description of this again. Okay, yeah. In the beginning, everything was in opposition to the Erd Tree, but through countless victories in war, it became the embodiment of order. Alright, Jagged Peak Mountainside. You're coasting through the bosses? Thank you, V. Even though Melania took me, like, I think, not 6 hours of stream. It was like... I think 2 + 4, but like 7 hours to beat Melania, I think. Although, to be fair, I am making it harder by playing solo. This is true. Okay, I know we're gonna lose all of these runes to Bale, so let's just get ourselves a level up. So we just need, like, what? 10,000? Or like 12,000? We'll just go with like 15,000. Really, it took everyone that much time. True. Stuck on the boss, everyone jerks off and glazes over difficulty. Oh no! That means I'm bad at the game. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I do think Melania lives up to how difficult people hype her up to be. Oh wait, sorry, no, it wasn't 10,000, it was 100,000. Bleh. Right, I'll just use these. Yeah, we're going all the way. We're just gonna get ourselves a level because, like, I'm gonna lose all of these runes anyway. I might as well use them before the fight. I am keeping to my rule, though, of I want to have at least one copy of every rune type in my inventory. Aside from the small ones, maybe. Okay. There we go, 50 faith. We are level 205. So now we're going to spend our next few levels on Vigor, Endurance, Strength, and Dex to get them up to the values that they would be with Radigan's Sword Seal equipped, so that we don't need to use them anymore. But Lumi, why don't you level your intelligence? No! No! I don't need intelligence. Save all of the sorcery stuff for Ronnie. Right, it should be noted, intelligence is not your character's intelligence, it is their knowledge of glintstone sorceries and magic. So my character isn't stupid, she just doesn't know the ways of glintstone sorcery. Perhaps we could go with a role-playing idea of... Oh no, she was just born different. She just innately does not have compatibility with sorceries. A map. And then if only I had a map. I guess we just keep going up now. Gotta make sure that we have Protection of the Erd Tree ready. Because yeah, like, we'll be buffing both Egon and myself. I'll take physical damage negation on my talisman here, because this will buff everything except physical. So we are covering all of our weaknesses. That being said, I don't know where the path is. I'm assuming it's, yeah, along here. But also, was there a path along this way? Oh, there are these. Oh, an item. Yippee! Do I still have Black Flame equipped? I do. Egon's Cookbook 2, nice. I think that is the second and final Egon cookbook. Because it seems as if his arc is going to resolve with the battle against Bale. I'm glad I went this way first. Oops, I missed. And of course, like a true Drake warrior, we're gonna use the dragon katana. I was thinking of maybe leaving a message like, first off left and then right, but I feel like necessary item head visions of item crafting. Yeah, the other players have got that covered. I don't need to write anything about it. Alright, let's take a look at Egon's Cookbook 2. It's the sequel. Egon's Cookbook 2. A record of crafting techniques left by a warrior who challenged the vile dragon Bale, only to be grievously injured and broken by fear. Contains details on how a mere mortal can fell a mighty dragon. Acquired the knowledge to craft the following: Dragon Communion Flesh. Okay, I'll actually take a look at that because I want to see what that does. But yeah, that does provide some bits on Egon's backstory there if you had, like, missed out on it. But he has a grudge with this dragon. Alright, let's go here. Oh, actually, we should look at Lulling Branch as well, because we got this from St. Trina Disciples Cookbook. Lulling Branch. Tree branch blessed with a velvety purple incantation. Profitable item. Pierce oneself, causing a gentle buildup of sleep. FP gradually recovers during this time. When this sleep reaches the threshold of causing temporary fogginess, no FP loss is incurred. In the midst of drowsiness, there is the will to awaken, feelings that rise from the depths of one's heart. Okay, that seems interesting. And then... Right, where's Dragon Communion stuff? I don't know where it is. Oh, Dragon Communion flesh. There it is. Dragon Communion flesh. A lump of animal flesh with a heat that never cools. Profitable item. Boosts vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity at the cost of gradual HP loss. An imitation of dragon scale flesh created by human hands, used to sate the hunger of Drake warriors, if only briefly. Okay. How easy is that to make? Not very easy. Because, I mean, dragon's Calor blooms are exceedingly rare to find, after all. I don't really like the HP loss effect. Alright. I think we've made our final preparations. I think we're all good. I'm not beating Bale first try. I know that for a fact. We gotta get our asses beat before we can even consider beating Bale. I wanna get all the crafting materials along the way, since there's a lot of gravel stones around on these dragon corpses. I wonder if Bale is responsible for their deaths here. Most likely. Either that or the dragon warriors. I mean, because, like, Egon did have to get up here to fight Bale originally, so maybe he soloed all of these dragons. Maybe Bale feasted on his own kind. Like, who knows? Monarch! If only I had a map. Why is it always bad luck? Yeah, there is a map for this area, but it's not very helpful. If it matters, HP loss can be nearly negated, but the heal over time with the heal over time incantation or heal over time physic loss, the buff doesn't stay very long. Okay, well, in that case, it's not even worth applying if it's not gonna last a decent amount of time. Because having to constantly reapply it doesn't sound fun. Hopefully Protection of the Erd Tree lasts a decent amount of time. Like, if it lasts a minute, that would be good. And since we're going to be fighting alongside Egon, we will have someone who can take aggro for us so we can get costs off. So it's not like an end-of-the-world situation. Oh. Nice. Dragon Smithing Stone. Okay, Now we just need to drop down and go up this again. Spirit Spring, yippee! They say this lightning can't actually damage you. I think it can. I'm not going to test it. Sorry, that's the word. A lot of crafting materials here, just a bit tedious to grab them. But like, if you need crafting materials, here's a spot. Never mind, it lost 90 seconds, thought it was 60. I see. 90 is pretty good. Yeah, a minute and a half. Especially since I'm assuming the animation is just like any other consumable, it's pretty quick. Oh, wait, what? First off ahead and then left. Let me guess, another smithing stone? Yep. They really want to make sure that you get your stuff upgraded. Oh, there's so many color blooms here. Yeah, I'm not like a super big fan of buff stacking. I just find like the upkeep on the buffs pretty annoying if the fight goes on for a decent portion of time. But I mean, if you're trying to do one-shots or like really fast boss kills, then buff stacking is very good. In fact, I'm pretty sure I see videos of people one-shotting Elden Ring bosses like all the time. Because of, like, I don't want to say how easy it is, because there's a lot of setup involved. But it's definitely high effort, you know, you have to do your research on what stacks and how you can get the maximum damage in like a single hit. Alright, here we go. Summoning pool is now functional. And we know that Egon is in the arena itself. Or his soul is in the arena itself. Alright. I'll wait till he spawns in for me to oh my god, to curse him. No, to buff him. Why did I say to curse him? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a debuff that makes him die faster. Combat Azure is infamous for dealing a certain amount of damage if buffed. Right, yeah, because it lasts for as long as you have FP and stamina for. First off, rolling. Stealth required ahead. A whole dragon. Time for despair. Let there be close quarters battle. You can see a bunch of skulls here. All these people died to Bale. I don't see the summon sign. Is that it there? No. Hi, Bale. Where's your summon sign? Egon! Oh, what the fuck? I just got here! I think it's in the middle. Oh, it's at the door? Okay. Well, thank God we're summoning for this one. Oh, did the death counter go up for that one? I accidentally pressed the wrong key. I think I got it. Yeah, because if I look, it shows up once Bale spawns. Okay. Yeah, we're at 460 or 641. That did go up, right? I mean, if it didn't, I can fix it for next time. Okay. Yeah, Bale certainly made a good impression. Okay. Here we go.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true Drake warrior, and I, Egon, your fear made flesh.
Holy fuck! It's P. Curse you, Bale!
Solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. With a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
Sorry, I'm just gonna let him go off. Oh, I can't get the riposte. Come on, let's buff up. This is the greatest boss of all time. No! Oh. That's okay. That was a really good attempt. Hey Rose, so good to see you around. 2v1 boss? Oh, I didn't know they had Night Rain and Elden Ring. True. In arena summons, do not scale boss HP? Ooh, okay. So because we died, I think we get to hear Egon do his monologue again. Like, he's the main... Yeah, exactly, we get more Egon time. He's the main character of this fight. I am his support. There we go.
I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fear made flesh.
This whole time, I have had tingles through my entire body.
Solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. With a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
Oh god. That's gonna hurt. But it doesn't kill. I gotta get over to Egon. He needs buffs. Phase 2. No! I was trying to buff Egon. Come on, buddy. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Just preemptively pressing the death macro. Yeah, we either win or we win, exactly. You get to hear more Egon, and I get to fight the boss for longer. Like, I paid for this DLC. I want to fight the bosses for longer than, like, 2 seconds. And Bale sounds like a very non-dragon name. True. Mind if I point out a detail in Bale's design? Absolutely, go ahead. And, whatever asshole put a player message on top of Egon's summon sign, I hope that their pillow is always warm. Even during the summertime. I vow, you will rue this day!
Behold, the true great warrior, and I, Egon.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, he didn't get to finish his monologue. Putting my hand behind my head there, just like, oopsies. You look at his neck, you can see 2 dragon heads stuck to it. Ooh, okay. Bleh. Basically. Sorry about that one, Egon. I really want to buff him.
You will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior.
Okay, so he is affected by the buff. I just have to make sure he is affected by the buff. Okay, so I think the idea is we run in, we summon him, he screams, "Curse you, Bale," and then I get chills down my spine, dodge the opening attacks, and then buff.
a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made
Come on, buddy.
flesh.
Let's do this. No. Ugh. We had good momentum in our second try when we actually summoned Egon. I know what vocal stim I'm hearing this weekend and saying, but I won't say it myself. I'll try to hold the urge. But say it again for the people out back, Egon. Oh. Come on, say it.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the one disappointing Egon here. Like, I'm not disappointing my audience by getting my ass kicked or anything. No, I'm disappointing Egon. It's fine. Typically in Souls games, your losses aren't canon. Especially in bosses that have phase changes. Like, canonically, you do beat Godric on your first attempt.
I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh.
Yeah, that's the grab. I'm too absorbed in the atmosphere to learn the moveset.
With a hail of harpoons! With every last drop of my being!
Thank you for the raid, Marky! You've come in at a time. Oh no. Ugh. I'm sorry. You raid into disappointment. That's okay, that's okay. Next time we'll have the Marquis blessing. No, it's not Marquis' fault. Yeah, epic raid. Thank you so much for raiding in, Marquis. It's lovely to see you around. And thank you, Seribot, for doing the auto shoutouts. I hope you had a wonderful time with Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin and made a lot of progress. I did see you were earning Steam achievements, so you're definitely making a lot of progress. Welcome in, Stubbsy, welcome in, Marky, welcome in all other raiders. It's so lovely to see you all around. Marky, you're not disappointing anyone at all. I'm really, really glad to have you here, and your lovely community as well. You get to raid into potentially what a couple of people, like, obviously I haven't finished this DLC, but it seems like a lot of people really love this boss fight. And I can see why. It's like, oh my goodness. But enough about that. If you're not following Marky already, please do check him out. He's an absolutely lovely friend to me, and also to a lot of other people here in my community. Please do check him out. If you enjoy how I've been playing through Elden Ring, he plays every single game like I am playing Elden Ring. So please follow Marky if you're not doing so already. There's a link in chat. There was a follow button at the top of chat. It should have automatically appeared. Thanks to Seribot, that's all set up now. But thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting your community with me. And if you need to raid and run, totally understandable. If you got to raid and lurk, totally understandable as well. Obviously, like, massive Elden Ring DLC spoilers here. So please do keep that in mind. But thank you for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. And just in case you're new to the channel here, hi, I'm Lumi. I'm a Hot Lady Night VTuber, and I do slow-paced playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes. But I also like to play a bunch of other games as well based on whatever catches my interest at the time. And right now on the channel here, we have been doing the most ambitious project I have ever done. We have done over 60 streams, like 60 plus streams of Elden Ring here, because this here is a first time, 100% all Steam achievements, all bosses, all quest lines playthrough of Elden Ring, including Shadow of the Erd Tree. It's also a lore-focused playthrough as well, so that's why in the pinned message, the first thing I mentioned is please do not spoil the lore. I have been reading every single item description, I've been doing every single NPC questline. I'm incredibly invested in the lore and story of Elden Ring, and so what you can expect from my streams here of Elden Ring is they are lore-focused. Obviously, like, we're playing the game and we're getting through the game, but the lore is the #1 most important thing for me in this playthrough. Yeah, it is Lumi Skyrim, exactly. This is the longest playthrough I have ever done on my channel, and probably ever will do. Although we'll see about that, since I am meant to be playing Fallout New Vegas later in the year, and... well, I don't know if that's going to be a 100% run. We'll have to see. But yes, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. And thank you, Seribot, for doing the auto shoutouts. I got a special custom message for Marky there, whenever Marky raids in. Rose is saying, I'm assuming this is the mid-year of Elden Ring. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It definitely feels like a, you know, the big DLC boss fight against a dragon, the doll. V says that Egon would never be disappointed in your defeat, only that you don't keep coming back until Bale is dead. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna try this boss again. Haven't noticed how fucked up Bale is? Like, yeah, leg, wings, hands, etc. I haven't really been paying attention to the design too much. I've just been trying to dodge things. But I'll definitely take a closer look once I get more accustomed to this boss fight. But thank you for being here, everyone. Yeah, you should set that up, Marky. It's absolutely lovely. Now, if only Storybot could do, like, auto shoutouts when a certain person chats in stream for the first time. That would be really cool. Because I know that's a feature with Firebot, but I would love if Storybot would have that. Marky's the very good bean. Thank you for the kind words, Lumi, of course. And you're gonna be here? Thank you, Marky. Well, hopefully by the time you get around to playing Elden Ring yourself in, you know, 2077, hopefully you'll have forgotten what we're going through here. But just a quick plot recap of what we're doing at the moment, to give context. We are currently here at an area called the Jagged Peak, and we are here to slay a dragon called Bale the Dread, who, in the lore, had betrayed and attacked the Dragon Lord Placidusax. So Bale is, you know, a villainous dragon, and we have been told by an NPC, the Dragon Communion Priestess, that, you know, we should go and kill Bale and consume his heart, and just these are normal things in Elden Ring. Don't worry about it. Eating dragon hearts is very normal in Elden Ring. And as part of a character's questline, Egon, we have to summon him for this boss fight. He doesn't have to survive the boss fight, he just has to be summoned. And typically I play these games without summons, but since this is a requirement for his questline, and since the narrative has been building towards this for quite a long time, we are summoning him for this fight, and let me just say, holy shit. Let's go and attempt this fight again. You'll see what I mean when I say holy shit. 2077, that's 2 years from now. Exactly. So we're currently doing kind of a support build here, where I have a buff here, because we're actually buffing Egon to help with his damage negation and to help with my damage negation. And yeah, no, you'll just see once we get the fight started and summon Egon.
Behold, a true Drake warrior, and I, Egon, your fear made flesh.
Okay, I survived the opening monologue. Ow! But I'm not gonna survive that. Well, perfect timing. Thank you so much for the raid, Rosetta. It's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. And thank you again, Saribot, for the auto shoutouts. They were very handy. Hope you had a lovely time with your stream of Elden Ring. I say spoilers, but I hope you have fun also doing DLC first time, though. I'm also doing DLC first time, so don't worry, we're in the same boat. Yeah, welcome to Raiders. We're doing a major boss fight. So yes, if you got a run immediately, please feel free to do that. But thank you so much for being here already. If you're not following Rosetta already, you can do so with the follow button at the top of chat and also the link in chat. Thank you so much for being here, trusting your community with me. I have known Rosetta for quite a while, but I think this is one of the first few times that she's rated into me, so thank you so much for doing that. If you're a big fan of Souls-likes and Australian streamers, Australian VTubers, and artists and everything, Rosetta is all of those things, so please go and check her out. And also welcome in Water Bunny, it's lovely to see you around, and welcome in all other raiders. Yes, if you got a raid and run, totally understandable. You got a raid and lurk, understandable as well. I really, really do appreciate it. I'll be lurking, thank you. I do appreciate it. And just a quick intro here in case you're new to the channel. Hi, I'm Lumi, I'm a Hot Lady Knight VTuber, and I do slow-paced playthroughs of RPGs and Souls-likes, but I also like to dabble in a bunch of other genres as well. And we are here with, and this is a bit of a mouthful, we are here with a first-time, 100%, all bosses, all NPC quest lines, including the DLC playthrough of Elden Ring, with a lore focus. So we have been doing every single questline, we've been reading every single item description. This is primarily a lore-focused playthrough of Elden Ring, and also a first-time playthrough. And we are currently going through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC expansion, which doesn't actually have any Steam achievements tied to it, but it does have some significant lore reveals, and the plot of this DLC has been incredibly engaging for a lore head such as myself. And yes, right now we're in the middle of doing a major boss fight and also resolving a character's quest line, so big spoilers ahead. Never got to see you because I don't stream at this time. Glad I could raid into you. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And also, Rosetta is responsible for a lot of the iconic Lumi emotes on this channel. She not only drew Oh Yeah, but also was responsible for the Evil emote, and also the Lumamere emote. Listen, bros, we love the emotes that you've made for this channel, especially the Lumamere one. That one is by far the most popular. It gets used constantly here, because I am a bit of a sleepyhead, it is true. Instant icons, exactly. Thank you for being here, everyone. Alright, it's not going to be safe for spoilers. We're going to go back. I'm not going to stream for too much longer. I typically like my streams to be around 3 hours-ish on weekdays like this. But we just got 2 raids. I really want to give this boss fight a couple more attempts before we wrap up. But I'm assuming that we won't beat it this stream and we'll have to beat it next time, which will be Friday in my time. But who knows, maybe we can pull off a miracle. Maybe the 2 raids is what we needed. So yes, massive spoilers ahead, especially audio spoilers. So if you need to like mute the tab, do that, because firstly, a lot of people consider hearing music to be spoilers, but also there are voice lines that will be playing that are spoilers for a character's quest line, I would say. Like if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. Alright, let's do this. We believe, thank you. Got the power of the double raid, got the power of Egon on our side. Let's do it.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh.
I dodged the grab. Yeah, normally I don't summon for fights, but this is literally Egon's entire storyline.
Foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. With a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
And also, if you don't do it, you miss out on some of the best voice acting in the game. This is phase 2. I should reapply my buff. Hopefully that affected him as well. Oh my god, ugh. Okay, I'm not the main character of this fight. This is Egon's fight. I just have to survive. My grandma ass cannot deal with modern FromSoft bosses. Oh, that was a really good attempt there. But like you see what I mean, right? Like you play Dark Souls 1, you play Dark Souls 2, you play Demon Souls, right? And like the bosses are like, oh, it's a dragon that like occasionally shoots its fire breath like every 2 minutes. And then you get to Elden Ring and it is so fast. My brain can't keep up half the time. I'm like, remember when an enemy would just raise their weapon and swing it down? And then in Elden Ring, they do like 10 million different flourishes before swinging.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold, a true great warrior, and
Die, Egon! Your fears made flesh!
solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. with a hail of harpoons, with every last drop of my being.
I just have like, I don't care that I'm getting my ass beat, I just have constant chills. From like the music and like the storyline culminating in this. I need to stop getting grabbed. Ugh. Oh, my buff ran out. That would also help. Feel free to confirm this, but can Egon actually die in this fight? Because he doesn't have a health bar. He can? Okay. So buffing does help him survive. He doesn't have to survive, but come on, like... I think it would be nice if he survived his own fight.
Dread, you shall haunt me no longer.
There we go. That is Bale the Dread defeated, and finally Egon's soul can be put to rest. Yippee! We did it! A win is a win. I don't care how I get it. Summoning Egon, like, felt satisfying. I'd love to do it again on another playthrough by myself, but... we won. So there is... I know that there's one other boss fight like this, where there's a character that we can summon because it's, like, relevant to their story, and I think it's Hornsent for Mesmer, because, like, obviously it makes sense. Hornsent is trying to kill Mesmer. If it's gonna be anything like that, then sign me up for summoning. Alright, so, we said that we're gonna get our stats to, like, 5 levels higher than they are now. So, we're getting Vigor to 60, we're getting Endurance to 50, Strength to 55, and Dex to 25. And the reason why we're doing that is because we currently have a talisman equipped which boosts our stats by 5 in all of those areas, but it does come with the downside of increased damage taken. And as you can see, even with all of those buffs equipped and like damage negation stuff equipped, we still take so much damage from stuff in the Elden Ring DLC. So I do want to get ourselves into a position where we can not die as quickly, hopefully. Yeah, sorry, Marky, I haven't leveled my intelligence at all. But I should note, right, if I go to the menu explanation... Oh wait, no, sorry, if I go to the help button, I think... Where is it? Explanation. Intelligence does note, it's not your intelligence of all things, it's only your intelligence of glintstone sorceries and magic power. And magic resistance. But we do have faith. We have lots of faith. Which is funny because I don't really like the gods that much in Elden Ring. But you'll see why when you play the game yourself and like delve into the lore. I mean, I know that there's like one, there's one demigod that I quite like. We all know who that is. Alright, yeah, another point into vigor, thank you. Alright, and that is the end of Egon's questline. But let's check out the Heart of Baal. Heart of Baal. The bilateral heart of Baal the Dread, dotted with horn-like gravelstones and glistening with deep red liquor. Gorge upon this at the grand altar of Dragon Communion to absorb Baal's power, the purest form of communion, in the words of its priestess. Yeah, so, typically this would be like a remembrance item, but like it serves the exact same function, you just can't get runes from it. So we have defeated 4 remembrance bosses so far in this DLC then, which that seems pretty significant because I'm counting Baal. This is basically a remembrance, you just can't use it to gain runes. You can interpret as faith in yourself or your allies. Patches his high faith even though he doesn't like organized religion. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, my character started as religious, but then I was like, no, my character became radicalized. The Elden Ring does a great job at radicalizing the player. It's a woke game. Oh no. I gotta say that word to scare away all of the bad people. It's a woke game. It has themes about not trusting authority and living freely for oneself. Once you use the Heart of Baal, it can't be replicated. Okay, good to know. So yeah, it's like a remembrance, but it can't be duplicated and you can't use it to get runes. We did look at the options we can get from it, and I don't think either of them we were capable of using because of our lower arcane stat. But we'll go and take a look again. I just want to read the description again in my head, and then we'll go to the Dragon Priestess and talk to her. Okay. So, yeah, Rest of the Dread Dragon. Oh, I guess we can pick up our runes. Of which we have none, but just to remove that from our compass and our map. We took down... wait, we took down, like, 4 bosses today? We've done a lot. The pansexual witch doll lady has the overall best solution for fixing the world. Elden Ring do be woke. It is true. You could even add in disabled. Because you could view her as disabled due to, you know, the doll body and all. How she's like quite limited in what she can actually do, because you have to help Ronnie achieve her goals. Not because she can't do it. It's because she's like, you know, physically disabled. Alright, let's talk to the Dragon Priestess.
Finally, our wish is granted. Our dream, long yearned for, has come to pass. My lord was blessed with great insight. He saw in the insatiable hunger and fierce spirit of man the very things that would fell Baal, our wretched nemesis. Warrior, you soar with the strength of dragons, whereas I am fallen. Leave me be.
Confess to putting her to sleep.
Is that the truth? Never in all my years. How could you inflict such cruelty? No, that is not for me to judge. Whatever your hand in it, it was I who succumbed to the sweetness of slumber. The fault lies with me. I may be fallen, but I need not surrender my honor. On second thought, I believe you do owe me something for the transgression. On a mere whim, you've stripped me of my one and only law. As such, I require another. You. One day, may you become a dragon whole, a lord of your own making. Lead me, and I will follow, my good lord.
And there we go, Ancient Dragon Florisax. That is the end of her questline as well. Yeah, that is the questline ending where you put her to sleep with Tiolier's concoction, and thus she is deprived of her servitude to Placido Sax and instead joins you. Alright, let's check out our item descriptions, including looking at what we can get from the Dragon Communion, and then we'll wrap up stream. Well done, Lumi, our good lord. Thank you, V. I'm really impressed. Like, we managed to defeat not only one, but two Remembrance bosses in a single stream. Like, you gotta remember, typically it takes, like, a whole stream, or, like, a stream and a bit for me to beat a Remembrance boss in Elden Ring. So we've been going through it. Alright. Starting with Ancient Dragon Florisax. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of Ancient Dragon Florisax. Florisax assumed this spirit form to offer her service to a new lord. Uses her own Dragon Bolt to increase all damage negation, including physical, for herself and nearby allies. Strikes foes with the Flowerstone Gavel's Dragon Bolt to reduce enemy lightning damage negation. Long ago, Florisax assumed human form to share Dragon Communion with the world. Now, she has acquired a human heart. Aww. That's sweet. That's a very, very sweet item description. And don't summon, she's a very nice summon. Yeah, I can see. Especially when most of the description is reserved for solely talking about what she does. Like this end of the quest. Might seduce the dragon. I did. Hey Saruka, it's lovely to see you around. Hope you're doing alright. Let me quickly give you a shout out. We're soon to wrap up here. We're just going through some final item descriptions and then I guess talking about the path ahead from here. But thank you so much for stopping by. And only 85 FP to summon. Okay. But yeah, let me look at the description again, then we'll look at the other one, which we got an incantation from her, that I'm interested in looking at. Okay. And now we look at the Dragon Bolt of Florisax. Special incantation of the ancient dragon Florisax. Calls down red lightning to bolster the caster and nearby allies. While enrobed with red lightning, all forms of damage negation, including physical, are increased. This also increases damage negation while guarding as an additional effect. There was a time when the priestess never knew love, and thus never used this incantation herself. Aww, so we did get a good ending for her there. Because she's acquired a human heart. We basically freed her from her duties and allowed her to live as an actual person and not just in constant servitude to Placidusax. Yeah, I'm happy with this ending that I got for her questline. Because the guide that I'm following didn't say what happens for each result. It only mentioned what rewards you get for each path, and I chose the path that had the better rewards. And look, it led to a better ending, I would say. Okay. But the stream went well. I stayed up too late playing Star Wars, and that is okay. I'm glad you're enjoying Star Wars. I think it's Bounty Hunter, right, that you're playing? Yeah, stream has gone well. We're just gonna take a look at what rewards we can get with the Heart of Bale, and then... Oh, Outlaws! Sorry, I got the name wrong. Still Egon and the items for Bale Remembrances. Oh wait, you can still talk to him? Hang on. Let me check my guide here, because my guide doesn't mention Egon. Oh, it does, actually. Return to Egon. Yeah, we can go and do that. Yeah, we'll do those last two things before we wrap up. Bounty Hunter's older PS2 game. Oh, I see. Okay. Communion with Bale. So, yeah, we don't have the stats to use either of these, and I'm guessing, yeah, that's just DLC Communion. We've already read the item descriptions of these two, but just because we just defeated Bale, let's read them again. Bale's Tyranny. One of the greatest Dragon Communion incantations. Harnesses the fearsome power of Bale the Dread. Channels the form of the Dread Dragon to emit a mighty roar accompanied by a heat wave burst, causing violent eruptions of fire in the area. Even after being consumed, the throbbing heart of Bale continues to resist its subjugation, never weakening. One day, the fire within will consume the very body and soul of its communion devourer. One day. Well, it's a good thing we're not going to consume his heart. Okay. And then, Bale's Flame Lightning. One of the greatest Dragon Communion incantations, harnesses the fearsome power of Bale the Dread, channels the form of the Dread Dragon in right arm to smash foes with an exposed talon bone coursing with flame lightning. Even after being consumed, the throbbing heart of Bale continues to resist its subjugation, never weakening. One day, the fire within will consume the very body and soul of its communion devourer. One day. Okay. Oh wait, just checking the description again. Yeah. Alright, and... so... oh, Egon's here, okay. I assumed, like, that would be the end of his quest line after the fight, but... he is still physically here. Oh. He was here. Egon's great bow, Egon's helm, armor, gauntlets, and loincloth, and his bell bearing. Yeah, I'm guessing if I reload the area, he might just disappear now. Unless his body just stays there. The reason why I thought for a moment that we didn't have to go back to him is because... yeah, he did tear off his own finger, and his body was in a terrible state where he couldn't physically fight Bale, his soul had to fight Bale instead. Yeah, I don't think he's there anymore. No, I think I still see him. I know, Egon also won. He got the vengeance that he sought. Let's take a look at his item descriptions. Egon's Bell Bearing. Bell Bearing of Egon, Drake Warrior. Offer to the Twin Maiden Husks at the Round Table Hold to gain access to the following items. Egon's Harpoon. Egon's Loincloth. Loincloth of the Broken Drake Warrior Egon. Stripped from a corpse found in the aftermath of a battle, this scrap of cloth smells utterly foul. Okay. Egon's Gauntlets. Gauntlets of the Broken Drake Warrior Egon. No more than a mishmash of tatters and remnants stripped from a corpse found in the aftermath of a battle. Egon's Armor. Armor of the Broken Drake Warrior Egon, from a set comprised of a miscellany of parts. Filthy belongings are attached to this tattered piece of protective wear. The poor scavenger of battlefields found honor through Dragon Communion. And the helm is pretty much the exact same here. This tattered protective wear is shaped like a bugle. Okay, and then finally ending with his great bow. Egon's great bow. Weapon of Egon, the Broken Drake Warrior. A great bow fashioned from 2 dragon bones bound with coarse rope. Covered in gashes left by claws. Imbued with Egon's obsession, enhancing the power of Egon's harpoon. And the skill is Egon's Drake Hunt. Skill of Egon, Drake Warrior. Ready the bow before unleashing a twisted shot with a great bellow that considerably enhances its power. Yep, it's a great bow, it is infusible. And And you can change the scaling, obviously. You can change the skill. We'll also go and look at the description of Egon's harpoon. And we'll go to the round table hall to look at that, and that will be the final description we look at. Okay. We go here. I know I could just press the Sights of Grace button, but I'm just gonna slowly drag my cursor all the way over to the corner so that we can go over here. Okay, offer a bell bearing. We offer these two. Alright, let's see. Okay, Egon's does not appear in this list. It's gonna appear in here, I'm guessing. Unless I scrolled past it. Oh, here it is. Egon's harpoon. Great arrow that bristles with sharp gravelstone pieces. Has an anti-dragon effect. The broken Drake warrior Egon made these one by one in the midst of his agony, so that Baal the Dread himself would know fear. An absolute champion he was. Alright. That's our final item description we gotta read, so let's start wrapping up stream now. Just after I reread this one more time. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Okay. Let's head back to the Realm of Shadows. So I think next time we're just heading into Shadowkeep proper, I believe. Yeah, that should be our next destination. Thanks for stream, Lumi. Thank you for being here, everyone. We'll go to the High Road Cross, since that is, like, you know, the path directly into the front entrance of Shadowkeep. Yeah, I believe my guide mentions Shadowkeep and the Upper Ancient Ruins as our next destination. So that would be the Ancient Ruins of Rawa, I believe. Oh, also let me... I mean, I guess I could keep Protection of the Erd Tree equipped. I don't even remember what I had on before. It wasn't Poison Mist, it wasn't Golden Arcs either. If I don't remember, then it's not worth it. Maybe I should get to 52 faith so I can use Dragon Bolt of Florisax instead. Yeah, we'll just keep this current configuration of incantations. I'm happy with it all. And I'm assuming Letta doesn't have new dialogue.
I will follow the horn scent. To have his revenge on Sir Mesmer, there is only one place he will go. The Black Keep.
And that's where we're going next time. The Shadowkeep. Okay. 233 hours of playtime, nearly 234. Let's quit out of the game here. Oh, let me catch up in chat also before we properly wrap up. I want to read all of your messages, and then yeah, we'll be soon to wrap up. Let's see. V says we might have freed her from her pledge to Placidusax because he should be dead right now. And yet she continued her ritual, so she might not have been in contact with him and pressed on purely by her beliefs. Right, there's also the fact that Placidusax did reside beyond time, so even if Placidusax did die, who knows when that would have affected the actual like world itself. They actually had a lore reason why, like even if you defeated Placido Sax, that they would still worship him because, yeah, like because of time shenanigans. But thank you for the head pats. And Rose says, okay, yay, we did it. Avis says his vengeance accomplished, his hunger satiated, his life complete, content, and in peace. Exactly. Just like how I am gonna be content and in peace as we wrap up stream. Thank you to everyone for coming by the stream. Hope you all had a lovely time with Lumi Elden Ring gaming. Yeah, lots of progress. We wrapped up all the stuff at the Fissure and all of the stuff at the Jagged Peaks. Kind of streamed for longer than I intended, but that is a-okay. The guy in the heart of Bales can save the person who communed. Yeah, it's like, okay, yay! It's like I know what you're referencing, the, like, don't worry about it, kitten meme. Thank you so very much for the stream, Lumi. Thank you for being here, Marky. Thank you for being here, everyone. And thank you for being here, Rose. I'll do my proper thank yous in just a moment, but first and foremost, I want to invite you all to my social media pages and also my Discord server. I post my stream schedule every single week on both Discord and Blue Sky, and I do also upload these Elden Ring VODs onto YouTube, so hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for tuning in until the end. I also should have well, I'm going to be working on some YouTube videos in the coming days / weeks, because I did talk about it on Blue Sky. I didn't mention it on the Discord server, but Bandai Namco did send me a copy of Code Vein 2, and I'm going to be working on doing like a review video of that, so please look forward to that. We're not going to be streaming that. Instead, I'm going to be doing a review video for that. And that's pretty much that. I mean, I guess we can also go over what we're doing for the rest of the week. So tomorrow we are going to be streaming an indie game called Escape from Ever After, which is recently released, and it is a Paper Mario inspired RPG that is very much woke, as the kids say. It's got those themes of anti-capitalism and all of that, so I'm sure that will be a fun time. And then, of course, I always have Thursdays off in my time zone, and then I will be back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for, of course, double Elden Ring streams, and then on Sunday we will be returning to Once Upon a Katamari. So please look forward to all of that. Very cool, Lumi's Namco arc. Yeah, because Bandai did send me Once Upon a Katamari, and now I've gotten Code Vein 2 ahead of its launch. Although I'm not under any embargo, because the embargo has ended already. Because, like, normally they'll send out keys for, like, at different times. So the highest priority keys go to, like, the biggest content creators and, like, journalists who they have to adhere to a strict embargo of when they can actually publish their content. Whereas I got my key, for the early access launch, which is like exclusive for the deluxe edition pre-orders or whatever. So I'm not under any embargo. I'm not under any NDA. I could say as much as I want about the game. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me thank everyone who came by the stream, and then we'll find someone to raid off into. Thank you so much for being here, Moon. Thank you so much for being here, Azura.exe. Thank you for being here, Looney Ravenwitch, Kaz, and V. Thank you so much for being here, Clover Song. Thank you so much for being here, Lena. Thanks for being here, Flo and Sharks. Thank you so much for being here, Considere. Thank you so much for being here, Rose. Thank you so much for being here, Marky, and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for being here as well, Stubbsy. Thank you so much for being here, Kaz, if I didn't say your name already. Thank you for being here, Rosetta VTuber, and thank you for the raid. Really, really do appreciate it. Thanks for being here, What a Bunny. Thank you so much for being here, Soroka. Thank you so much for being here, Melissa. And I think that's mostly it. But obviously, whether you were here for a minute, an hour, the whole stream, you're just lurking or watching the VOD. Hope you had a lovely time. And of course, thank you for all the follows on and off stream. Those are all very much appreciated. Alright, let's get that raid up and going. I am so exhausted. The heat wave is really like sapping all of my energy. Oh, speaking of Code Vein, we can raid into Female Clerk A, who is currently streaming the original Code Vein. Clearly, been doing a playthrough of it before Code Vein 2 comes out. It's like, it is out right now, but it's out if you pay more money. You know, it's that like early access stuff where it's like, oh, if you give us extra money, you can play the game 48 hours before everyone else, type deal. So yeah, let's get that raid up and going. There we go. Please have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're in the world. Make sure to stretch and hydrate plenty, as I did throughout the stream. Take your meds in case you've forgotten, and the moral of this stream is that vengeance is good sometimes. And please look after your vocal cords. Please don't scream like that. Oh my goodness, like I can't imagine. If I was the voice actor, I had to do those lines, I think my vocal cords would just be gone for a whole week. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for Escape from Ever After. But until then, let's get this raid up and going. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, everyone. It's raid time, baby. Oh yeah. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.